And we are live, Michelle. You guys, look at what we have here. I have Fred.
And I have Ethel.
Fred and Ethel. If you guys can't guess it, if you're just tuning in and you didn't see the preview, we are sitting here with Michelle with Sparky, Saving Paws Animal Rescue of Kentucky.
Yes.
Which a lot of people have heard of Sparky,
Yeah.
but they may not necessarily know really everything you do or what all your needs are.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to talk about. So we are here today for NonProfit Connect on this Giving Tuesday. It's a day that we decided that we want to with as many local nonprofits as we can to help spread their message so we know what they do, and hopefully you'll be pulling at the heartstrings of people listening, and whether that's they'll give financially to your cause or maybe even volunteer their time or both.
We have both.
Then yeah, so if you want to start off, first of all, how did you get involved with Sparky yourself?
So it was the most random thing. I was at my vet's office with my sister picking up her dog because she had a bigger dog. And so this cute dog came in and I fell in love, like instantly fell in love. And I was talking to the woman and I said, this dog is so cute. And I said, like, I love your dog. And she said, it's not my dog. He's getting dropped off. He's with Sparky. He's a Sparky dog. I'm just bringing him here. And so we started talking. They're like, yeah, this dog needs a foster home. And I said, okay. So I volunteered right there on the spot. They vouched for me. I signed up. I took this dog home. I had a little black terrier at the time who hated all dogs and things. And I was like, here's this dog who's going to live with us. And it took about a week, and I said, okay, he's going to permanently live with us.
Foster fail.
Foster fail. And then, so I started just kind of supporting Sparky. And then in 2019, there was another dog that they posted that they needed somebody to foster, and he was a medical case. And I said, oh, I can take this dog. And somebody else had already volunteered. And I was like, that's fine. And then Bridget, who's our director, contacted me about this other dog who had tumors all over her body, and she was just a mess. And I said, yeah, I can foster her. So I work in healthcare. And so since then I've been, they call me the crate rest queen because I take a lot of the medical cases. Mm-hmm. So I get to use my little healthcare knowledge with, the dogs. And so I've fostered 28 dogs since 2017.
How many of those dogs have you actually kept?
4.
4.
So that's not a bad statistic.
Yeah.
My mom's adopted one. My neighbors adopted. So yeah, just a lot of, at one point, over 50% of my dogs went to people I personally knew.
Yeah. So guys, if you don't want to end up with extra dogs, don't be friends with me.
Yeah, don't be friends with me because I post them, I share them, I give people dogs. I will find you whatever dog you want or need.
Yeah. So Fred and Ethel are Sparky dogs.
They are Sparky dogs. They're 2 of my fosters currently. So they came to us in August after we get dogs from the shelter, from not only Davis County Shelter, but rural shelters around us. And so the shelter reached out to us. And when I went to pick them up at the Davis County Shelter, I asked what's their story because we saw the pictures. And they said the police went to somebody's house and it was the hottest week in August. And they said that these dogs were living outside in inhumane conditions. And they did not look like this. And they did not have proper food and water and shelter. And they told the owner, you have to bring these dogs inside, and they refused. And so after the police kept talking to them, eventually the person said, just take the dogs. So they took them to the shelter. And then the shelter knew that these dogs were going to need a little bit more and probably were not easily adoptable. And so then they reached out to Sparky, and we said, of course, because our director is amazing and she always says yes, and she can. So that's how they ended up with me.
That's amazing. So we think Fred is how old?
We think they're about 12, 13, maybe 14 years old.
Okay. So they're siblings, but not from the same litter.
Maybe. We're not really sure. So Fred has they both have chronic health conditions. Ethel has some eye issues and some skin issues and some ear issues. And Fred also has some eye issues, and he's on prescription food. He is a little bit deaf. They're both a little bit blind. So, just chronic conditions that we're managing right now at home, and Sparky pays for everything. So when they say yes to a dog, they take on every single thing.
Wow.
All the bills, anything that can pop up.
Dog food too, right?
Dog food, yep. Our fosters don't have to pay a dime. So they open their door and open their hearts, and we take care of it. Even if they need, hey, I need a dog bed, I need a crate, we have all of it. So we take care of all of it.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
how many, you may not know this, but do you have an approximate number of how many fosters you have?
Currently, I'm not really sure at this point. I know we had a dog that just had 6 puppies, so that's in one foster home. I have 3. I know somebody else has 2, and so it's just there's constant that we have people who foster cats. So there's always, people, and then their animals get adopted, and then there's the next one.
So what is your current need right now? Do you need more fosters?
We need everything.
Yes.
It's hard to say that we need one thing. We need physical support and volunteers. We have a physical building, so that's every day. So we have 2 shifts every single day that have to be covered. People going in and cleaning and feeding and doing medications. Then we have dogs at the Davis County Detention Center. They all need food. If they need medicine, we have vet bills to pay. We actually have a veterinarian who works for us. So we have a vet tech on staff. So money, we need cat litter, we need dog food, we need, just fosters, we need volunteers.
Do you have a specific need? So if somebody wanted to donate cat litter or dog food, do you have a specific brand that you prefer? Or?
Yeah, we use, it's all on our Sparky site. It's the best to look on there because we post on our Facebook. So we use actually pellets from Tractor Supply now for the cat litter. And it's pretty inexpensive. I think a big thing of it's like $4. And then the dog food, we use Purina. So we have a specific, we keep them all on the same food. And that keeps the dogs healthy to keep them all on the same food.
So what is this website that people can go to?
SparkyRescue.com. And then our Facebook is Sparky or Saving Paws Animal Rescue of Kentucky.
Okay. So definitely check out those places if you guys want to help. And I know when you say there's not really one thing that we need more than another, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Nonprofits literally need everything all the time. Yeah. And the more money that and you can't even tell us how much money you need because I don't know what's going to happen today when you leave here.
Because one dog, like my foster Annie, who I had last year, she needed ear surgery and that was $4,000. Yeah. And that can wipe us out just right there, just, $4,000, but she needed it and it was important to have that done. Yeah. So we never know. So, we also are, we've partnered with Friends of Ohio County Shelter. And so we are with their spay and neuter clinic. So we are partnering with them to do low cost spay and neuter. So one thing we'd really like to see us be able to get in 2025 is a van so we can transport and then we can take people's animals for them and transport them to Ohio County to get spayed and neutered for low cost.
Nice.
And then do that. And we're actually have a nice donation and we're going to start a pet food pantry.
Nice.
So that's our big thing and we're hoping to open in early 2025.
That's amazing.
So that will help and we're even going to do supplies, and it's a little thing that's probably going to become bigger. So, we might have rabies vaccine days because that's state law in Kentucky. Your animals have to be rabies vaccinated. We might be able to do low cost heartworm treatment, things that people need. But we also work with the senior center. So Meals on Wheels, we provide them with food too to help the seniors who have low income. And so we already are helping provide food for them too. Yeah. So we're hoping to get our big pet pantry and our goal is to keep animals from ending up at the shelter and overpopulation. Yeah. So the more we can spay and neuter, that's our number one goal. And then also, because some people just need that little hey, I'm having a rough month and I can't afford dog food. And if they can just have dog food, then they're not going to turn their dog into the shelter.
Right, but they feel like they can't provide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're hoping to be able to.
So smart.
Yeah.
And our seniors, especially if they live alone, I can't even, this is therapy to me.
Yeah.
My
and
dogs,
they need their animals. Yeah.
Yeah, I need my dogs.
Yeah.
we had a time, so we've always had multiple dogs.
Mhm.
We had a time where our beagle, which I saw that you have a beagle right now with puppies, right? Is that right? So anyway, we had a beagle, a senior beagle, and when she passed, we only had one dog.
Mhm.
We only had one dog for one day
Yeah.
because that was our house was way too quiet. Like, it is therapy.
Yeah.
These dogs are magical. Aren't you, Fred?
Yes.
You want to talk to the people? You want to talk
He's
to the
like,
people?
no, you can just sit here and pet me all day. Like,
I totally would. Well, I hope that what she has shared with you guys has pulled at your heartstrings. I mean, how can Ethel and Fred not pull at your heartstrings? Like, I literally want to, they're going to be foster fails. You're going to end up.
They're probably going to end up with me forever, you know, and that's the right thing to do with them too, is that they're elderly and, you know, they
They're
don't
used
need
to
to
you.
be, they're used to me, they're used to my home, they're used to my dogs. They don't, you know, they're used to my routine. So, you know, I probably am in denial a little bit, thinking like, oh yeah, they will. I did say that I'll give them the opportunity to be adopted because there might be somebody out there who needs them.
Mhm.
And I would be happy for them to go to the perfect home who needs them. But if that home doesn't come around, they're always welcome to stay at my home.
Aw, so you guys are all set. No matter what, you guys are all set.
They're like, as long as she doesn't keep putting us in funny costumes, we're happy to stay.
Costumes are the cutest. And of course, those of us who are animal advocates, which I have a huge heart for them, I think our biggest message, and I'll speak for you, is spay and neuter your pets.
Oh,
Like, that's
yes.
the best way
Yeah.
that you can help the shelters, the rescue organizations.
Yes.
Spay and neuter your pets. I know that your dog is absolutely beautiful and you want your dog to be able to be a mom, but she doesn't need to be.
No.
Please.
And what you need to go off your veterinarian recommendation, not where you got your dog.
Right.
We never adopt out dogs that are not spayed and neutered. You should never get a dog from a rescue that is not spayed or neutered. You should never get a dog from a shelter that's not already spayed or neutered. That is not a proper thing to do if you're adopting. They should already be spayed and neutered, and all of ours are spayed and neutered when they leave our doors.
Yeah.
Now we do have animals who aren't able to, and they will never leave us. They'll be long-term fosters, and they'll always stay in Sparky's care because of medical conditions.
Mhm.
But our dogs always come fully vetted, fully spayed, neutered, microchipped, heartworm tested, vaccinated. So
That's amazing.
same with our cats.
Yes. Speaking of, wait a minute, I just saw a cat. You've had a cat in your care, maybe not your care, but Sparky's care. I just saw it on Facebook. You guys are trying really hard to get her.
Minnie, she got adopted.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she did.
Minnie, that was her name, right? Yeah.
She got adopted last Thursday.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
And then the beagle with the 10 pups.
We still have her. So
what about the pups?
We still have some of them. They're big. They're big pups now.
Aww.
They're big. So we have, I think, maybe 5 or 6 of them left out of the 10.
Out of 10,
Yeah.
10 puppies.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
Mama, we still have the mama left and some of the puppies.
Beagles are special.
Yeah, they are.
So are you, Fred. You're not a beagle. You're pretty special.
I feel like everybody had a beagle, or if they didn't, their grandparents did. Everybody has a beagle story. Yeah, everybody had a beagle story.
My beagle would get in the trash nonstop. Like, she just wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
That beagle nose got her in trouble. She was still really sweet.
Yeah. I've fostered a few beagles, and they are very unique and have their own personalities, and they're so sweet and loving, and then they're so naughty sometimes, but then they look at you with that sweet face, and you're like, I can't even be mad.
Yeah, those eyes look so
Yes.
sad, and it's like, oh, okay, do whatever you want. Well, if you guys want to help Sparky, I would really, really appreciate it. If you decide that you want to help Sparky, I would love more than anything for you to comment below. Let us know that you're going to help, whether it's going to be volunteering or donating money or supplies. Let us know how you're going to help, because that is going to, first of all, let us know that you saw this video. But secondly, and most importantly, you saying that you're going to help may spark someone else to go ahead and help as well. So a little bit of peer pressure goes a long way. Helping these
I mean, how can you say no to these faces?
That's right. I have no idea. That's why we're a household of 9 animals.
All right, now I don't sound bad for my 6.
That's right. You have 3 more to go. All right, you can go to sparkyrescue.com. SparkyRescue.com and learn how you can volunteer, learn how you can give financially, and also learn what items they need that you can donate. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so
I
much
really
for letting us
appreciate it.
come.
Oh my gosh, he looked up at the perfect time. You're welcome. So cute. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will be back here in just a little bit with another nonprofit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.